Good afternoon, everybody on YouTube today. By the time you hear this broadcast, it might be daytime, might be nighttime, it might be midnight. Who knows? But anyhow, welcome in, ladies and gentlemen, to another grand and glorious episode of Arizona Positive Motivations and Streams and more. Starring by your host, Mr. Arizona. Now, we're going to talk about something. It's called the richest place. And I just heard this. It's called the richest place that you will ever find on earth. You know where that is? Do you have any clue? Think about that first before you answer. The richest place in the history of the world. Hi, honey. Good to see you. That's my sister in the chat, by the way. But anyway, the richest place that you could ever find on the face of this earth is guess where? Not in a gold mine. No, not at your job or anything like that. The most richest place in the world you could ever find is in a graveyard. And I'm going to tell you why. Because think about it. It's filled with inventions that were never invented, dreams that were never made to come true, promises that were broken, dreams, everything is all buried there. And you know for a fact that the more you bury them down, the harder it is going to be. California. But you know for a fact, the deeper you bury your dreams and hopes and everything like that, the harder they are going to be to find again. When you have a dream, when you have a hope, when you have a thought in your mind, don't you think that it's best to make it come true, to take the necessary steps to make it come true? How many of us come out with this popular phrase? I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do it tomorrow. Well, once again, what if tomorrow never shows up? What if today is the only day that you have to accomplish your dreams, to accomplish what you want to do? What if today is the day that you don't just bury those dreams and forget about them, that you don't just bury those ideas and forget about them? No, you take them, you polish them off, you put them on your shelf, and you say, look, I'm going to use these, and here's how I'm going to do it. And you do it. You don't just talk about it, you do it. Once again, I'm going to bring this up, and this has always been a popular thing, popular go-to for me. But I truly believe this. Look at all the great inventors that we've come across in our time. Thomas Edison, for one. Ben Franklin, for another. And many, many other ones. Did they procrastinate? Did they say, oh, I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do it tomorrow. No. They thought of the idea, and right then and there, bam, they did what they could to make it a reality. That's what a lot of people don't do. They always put it off, put it off, put it off, put it off, put it off. And then pretty soon, it just fades away. It just goes away because you never took the steps to make it a reality. You know, all of us have dreams. All of us have hopes. All of us have potential inventions inside our brains. But yet we never make them possible. We always procrastinate. We're always going to say, oh, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. Well, when it comes time to doing it, nobody follows through with it. They just crumble away. Well, when you're going to say this, you know what? I've been dreaming a dream for a long time. And now is my time. Now is my era. Now is my way. And I'm going to make that dream a reality. I'm going to make the impossible possible. I'm going to do what I can to accomplish that goal and to make this a reality. Not just a dream, but make it a reality. Make it actual happen. For instance, for those of you that want to, I'm not being political or nothing like that, but for those of you that want an advance in your where you guys work, or like you want to be a big wig in the music industry or the entertainment industry, you think that's just going to happen by just procrastinating about it and saying, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, and then when it comes down to putting in the work to actually doing it, oh, it's too hard. Oh, I don't want to do it no more. You get discouraged. And you know what? That's a shitty way of thinking. Every one of us. Sure. Every one of us have potential in our lives. Every one of us. Sure. I'd love to have my sister's going to come up and she is going to say a few words. There you go, sis. It's right there, honey. In fact, there's the StreamYard right there. My sister wants to come up. She's more than welcome to come up at any given time. Because, like I said, everybody knows their potential. There's my sister. Hi, hi sis.
Hello.
How are you?
Amazing. Actually, it's funny that you're talking about this because me and Aaron were just discussing, like, okay, pretty soon within the next year or so, I'm going to end up having to get a knee replacement, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I was saying that I had so much fun yesterday being out on the beach and just like enjoying the sand and climbing up on the cliffs and looking at fossils inside these beautiful cliffs and stuff like that, and all the millions of years of erosion. And I said, these are the things that I want. These are the things in life that no amount of money could buy. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And with my kids too, something very important for me is to not, okay, look, I buy my kids things. Don't get that wrong. But at the same time, somebody once told me something very important, and this goes not just for kids, it goes for wives, husbands, boyfriends, girlfriends, aunts, uncles, nieces, nephews, whatever, sisters, brothers, friends. In 10 years, they're not going to remember the things that you bought them, but they're going to remember the memories that you guys made together. Like going to the beach, like going to the zoo, like going to a water park, like going to an amusement park. Those are the things they're going to remember, not the things you bought them.
Yeah, just like with with the stuff, like with me and my dad. Do I remember all the things that he bought for me? No. But I remember all the things that he did for me and with me.
And
Those
that's
are the type of
exactly what I was
memories that
just
stay with
saying.
me forever. Yes.
I was telling Aaron, I said, it's very important for me because, like I said, I remember the things my dad bought me 20 years ago? Hell no.
No.
But I can sit here and tell you every memory of going fishing with my dad, with going to the water parks with my dad, going just on car rides with my dad, hanging out, like just little things that we've done. And that's what keeps him alive to me is
You
all those
remember the
memories.
things that are important to you. You
Right.
don't let them go. You don't give up. You don't just bury them and lock them away forever. No,
Well, you can't
you
because
remember
it's
them.
a memory. It's installed in your brain. That's
Hmm.
something you just can't get rid of.
Yep,
But I don't.
exactly.
Things have, material items come and go all the time.
Yep.
You know.
That's why the richest place, if you'll understand what we're trying to
Yes,
talk about, like the richest place is a graveyard
you
because
are
a lot
very
of
correct.
people, you know, think about a lot of things. They want to do all these grandiose things, and the first of all, they think about it. They think about it, and then they're like, nah, I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do it
Right.
tomorrow. Or, no, now's not the time. So what they do is they take that idea and they bury it.
Right. No, you
And
see,
then
and
they,
that's something I'm telling you with lupus. I have sometimes I have a hard time. You know what I
yes,
mean?
ma'am.
And I'm like, oh, because this day I'm feeling good. So I'm like, oh, okay, tomorrow we're gonna go to the amusement park. We're gonna go ride all the roller coasters. The kids are gonna have a blast, go play in the water, all this stuff, right? And then the next day comes and I'm like, oh, I feel like garbage. Can we do this tomorrow? But then I'm like, no, you know what? Even though you're feeling like crap, get your ass up and go make those memories.
Yep. Because they only come and
'Cause-
happen once in a lifetime.
well, hold on. Not only that, tomorrow is never guaranteed.
Yep. Just like
Five
I
mi-
said, what if,
5 minutes from now is never
yep.
guaranteed. Your next breath is never guaranteed. And that's why I get where you're saying the richest place is a cemetery because those people had thoughts and dreams, especially when you see the younger people who have been buried, who
Yep.
only got to live like 20, 30 years. Those people did have dreams and they wanted to do things and stuff like that. But now they're buried because they're no longer here.
Hmm.
So don't ever procrastinate. Do it. No matter how you feel, what you're going through, go make those memories, get out there, do things. It's important.
Hmm. Nora, this is so fucking awesome. I'm glad you came up. You kind of make it better. I'm gonna invite you to more and more motivational speeches
Well,
because you and I
I
both
got
can
what you
kind
were
of
saying,
click
and
with really,
so
really well.
it was so convenient that you were talking. I mean, literally before you even sent me the link to listen, me and Aaron were just talking about this, like how I want to go and make these memories with my kids and stuff like that before I go get my knee replacement because it's going to
Hmm.
be a little bit before I'm able to, I have to wait for the knee replacement. I have to get the knee replacement. And then after I have to recover, then I have to do physical therapy. So I'm going to be down for a little bit. And
Hmm.
you never know, like I said, your next breath is never guaranteed. So
Yep.
during this time when I'm going to have this, who knows what's going to happen? You know what I mean? And I'm not
Yep.
saying anything bad is going to happen. I am not saying that at all. I'm
Yep.
just saying you never know.
That's why,
So,
I always tell everybody that I care about, even the people I don't care about, I always end the conversation with "I love you"
same
because
here.
you never know. That one last word might be the last word you ever hear from them.
Yep.
And that one last word might be the turning point. Might be the thing that last thing that I heard before I got hit by a car. someone told me that he loved me.
Well, I'll tell you something,
And you
okay?
carry that love and light with you.
Let me tell you something. I had a best friend for many, 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 many years, okay? We
Me,
were close like brother and sister.
me,
We were technically inseparable.
me. Yep.
2 weeks before he passed away, he was murdered. Okay. Two weeks before he passed away, we got in a big argument, and I was like, you know what, Mike? I'm not gonna do this with you. Not today. And he goes, well, fuck you. I hope you die of fucking cancer, and hung up on me, right?
Yeah.
2 weeks later, he passed away, and that's the last thing I heard from him. Do I hate him for it? No, I completely forgive him for that. We were in an argument, but it still bothers me that instead of saying, hey, love you, talk to you later, like we do, the
Mm-hmm.
last thing he
Mm-hmm.
said to me was something rank.
Yep.
It was just a heated argument over something very stupid.
Because I was gonna say,
And
in actual reality, that
I
he
know he
really
loved me. I know he
didn't mean what he
truly
said.
cared about me.
And I,
Exactly. No, and I know that. But
and-
like I'm saying though, you know what I mean? Like you were just saying, you never know.
yeah.
And if you say something fucked off to somebody,
Yep.
and
Like.
that's the last thing you say to them, like, okay, I'm not going to forget that because it hurts me because that's the last thing I heard.
Mm-hmm. Like for instance, like I thank God every single day that I went to see my dad when I did. Because
Yep.
if I didn't, I would have regretted that for the rest of my life. But I did. I was there with him at the last moment. I was there to say, hey, Dad, I love you. I'm here. And thank you for being my dad. Thank you.
Yeah, same here. And that's the one of the things that my one of my sisters has to regret is I kept everybody in the family as my dad was passing. I kept everybody informed and I said, hey, things are progressing fast. If you want to get here and you have something to say to dad, like either say it over the phone or get here now. And one of my sisters didn't believe me that my dad was going that fast. And she ended up not making it until after he passed away. Now, that's something that she has to live with. But
Yes.
I can
Yes,
say
ma'am.
for myself
I,
that I took care of my dad until his very last moments. I got to tell my dad, thank you for everything you ever did to me. You were the best father. You were a single father. You raised 4 girls. I wouldn't be the sister, the aunt, the mother, the girlfriend, the the just the whole ensemble, the person that I am today. I wouldn't be who I am today if it wasn't for you because you guided me
yep.
to who I
Yep.
am today. And a lot of the people who know me actually personally know I'm
Hmm.
an extremely good person. I
Yes, you are.
love to give. I love to love.
Me too.
But don't get it twisted. When somebody comes at me, I'm going to defend myself. When somebody comes at my man, I'm going to defend him.
Yeah,
When
of course.
somebody comes at my kids, I'm going to defend them. Why? Because those are people in my life that I love and I would do anything for them.
Yeah, and plus it's kind of like an innate reaction, to
Right.
somebody that's really close to your heart. If somebody is, whether it's physically or mentally hurting that person, of course your instinct is to protect them, to defend them, because they can't do it on their own. They're not here to defend themselves. So
Right. And
you
and
just
that
it's
leads
an
to a whole
instinctual
nother
thing.
subject
Yes.
where, you know, um me and Aaron were talking one time and I was saying, you know what? I would rather be physically abused than verbally abused, because
Mm-hmm.
the physical abuse you can get over, but sometimes the verbal abuse, it it sticks with you, and it just mentally messes you up, and you can never like forget some of the things that people have said to you. And
Believe,
that's why I'm so defensive when it comes to the people that I love.
yep. Believe
I
it or
don't
not.
want them to go through that verbal abuse because it's shit.
Yep. Because I actually I've got a kind of a confession to make. I've been mentally abused dang near almost all my life. For 46 years, I've been mentally abused until finally I decided to stop it. I decided that I'm not going to take this anymore. And I
Amen.
decided to take a stand and said, no, stop. Now's the time to where I start fighting back, where I start talking back, where I start saying, instead of saying, yes, ma'am, no, ma'am, yes, sir, no, sir, please, and thank you, I say, you know what? You're going to talk shit on me? Fuck you. And they're
Yeah.
like,
No.
oh, I can't believe it. You said that. I can't believe it. You said that. Well, after 46 years of me being mentally abused by just about everybody I've ever came across, you know, you know,
Not okay. And that's why, and that's why I get defensive. I hear what I understand exactly what you're saying.
yeah.
And
Hey,
that's where I'm saying sometimes physical abuse is better because you can get over that. You know what I mean? But
honey,
verbal
can you
abuse
hold down the
sticks
fort
with
for just a
you.
minute? The reception's kind of crappy. Hold on a minute. I'll be right back.
Okay, I hope it's not me. But yeah, no, you guys, I hope everybody understands that. And, you know, there's certain people around that just they need to get a clue that verbal abuse is way more intense than, huh?
There, now I turned it
Oh
off. Can you
yeah.
hear me?
Yeah,
Oh, there you
now I
go.
can hear you really good. There you go.
Yeah, I just turned off the Bluetooth, is what it was. I think that's what was messing me up
Yeah,
because the
I've noticed
Bluetooth
that too.
kept
Like if
going
I
back
use
to my
my
earphone.
headphones or something, it kind of
Yeah, because I
messes up.
turned it off
But hold
because it
on.
kept. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
But I was saying while you were gone, some of these people, especially on this platform, need to realize some of the things that they say and some of the things that they do is just um very verbal abuse. And don't get it wrong, like I said, it's okay to defend yourself. If somebody wants to keep blabbing their freaking mouth about you and saying all these vile mean things, it's okay to defend yourself. It is.
Yep.
It's okay to defend yourself. Or if they're going after somebody you love or something, because I don't want to see those people verbally abused. Look at I've
Yeah,
been
because.
quiet. I've been quiet for the longest time, and I still
Mm-hmm.
keep hearing
Mm-hmm.
people say stuff, and I try to
Yep.
ignore it, and I try to ignore it. But there's certain times where I just can't ignore it anymore, and I can't stand to see the people that I love and care about verbally abused over the freaking internet anymore. And feel like I have to speak up and say something.
Oh, I've been getting. See, I get. I got verbally abused, even both off and online.
I
I
know,
got verbally
I
abused by
know.
my dad. I got verbally abused by my mom. I got verbally abused by my sister. I got verbally abused by my brother. I walked down the street. People would pick on me. People would stare at me. People would make fun of me. They still do that to this day. But you know what I did? I did exactly what you taught me. See, you taught me, hey, what you're doing is wrong. This is how you do it. Just
Right. No,
listen
you
to me
just
for a minute.
stand up to them and tell them, hey, I'm not going to take it. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
and
If you don't like me, keep your freaking opinions to yourself and move along about your damn business. You know what I
yeah,
mean? And don't let it weaken you. Let it make you stronger. And don't ever be afraid to defend yourself.
Yeah, because for a while there, when I first came on YouTube, I didn't know what to do. I thought, I was supposed to just sit down, shut up, just do my videos and mind my own business. And then when I got into live streaming, the spectrum kind of opened up a little more. And then that's when I got involved with the full out drama crew and all those other people and all that, then since I saw them doing the same thing, I figured, well, maybe that's the way they act around here. So I started doing it. I started talking shit, defending people, doing all of that because they were doing the same thing for me. So we just kind of just went back and forth. Well, since you stood up for me, I'll stand up for you. And since you defended me on this, I'll defend you on this. And but what in reality, in actual reality, all I was doing was digging myself a bigger hole to fail in because I didn't need to talk shit
But,
to drive my point across
but
or
there's
to
a
prove myself.
but there's a time and a place.
Yeah,
Sometimes with some people, you have to get loud. Sometimes you have to get a little aggressive to get your freaking point across. But it's
yeah,
scary because there's some people out there who don't get the point and just still keep going. And that's where you're like, okay, I've made my point. Moving on, If
yeah,
you still want to be a shit person, that's on you.
yeah. Because for a while there, I had that what you call it gang type of mentality where, oh, you talk shit, well, fuck you, I'm gonna go at you now. And that was the same. I was always in defense mode. I was always defending myself. I
Because
always
that's
had
how
that.
you've lived your life, is defending yourself,
Yes,
and that's all you know. So you have to
yeah.
learn to reverse that. And some people will never get that. Some people will never understand that. Sometimes
Well,
if you just shut up, mind your own business, and do your own thing, things become peaceful.
mhm.
And I get what you're saying, because there was a point on YouTube where I did the same thing. You know what I
Yep,
mean? Blah blah
yep.
blah blah blah. Run run
You
run
and
run
I,
run run
you and
run
I
run
come,
run run.
come from the same place.
But
Hold on,
since
just one
I've
second. I
learned,
have to do this real quick. Hold on.
to shut up and just kind of sit back and just decide, hey, I don't really care if you talk shit about me. You're not affecting my personal life. To be honest, it's just making you look like a piece of crap. You know, I've
Sorry, I'm back.
took
Had to
a
take a piss real
whole
quick.
load of shit off my shoulders.
But yeah, that was the same way with me. I mean, you guys, you, you and Boss and a whole bunch of other people showed me that AZ, there's a better way of living. There's a better way out there. There's a brighter world out there. And I'm like, so you're not gonna beat me up? You're not gonna talk shit on me? No, I'm actually going to help you. Huh?
Yep.
You're gonna treat me nice? You're not gonna yell at me or scream at me or beat up on me? No. Come on, sit down.
You see, and that's
Breakfast
one
with me.
thing between you and I with our friendship. And even Aaron, we don't fight, we don't argue, there's no
Yeah,
disagreements. We just talk and laugh
yeah.
and have fun
It's
and,
like it's like
think of
yeah.
silly things and, pass funny videos back to each other and,
I
you
thought it was
know,
funny. It was like, hey, sit down, eat dinner with us. Huh? I don't eat on the floor? No. You get to sit in a chair. You get to sit with us. On a
right.
real chair?
But
With
look
real
at all
table?
right. But look at all the things that you've also, like you thought that I was going to be mad at you for what you had went through.
Yeah.
And I wasn't at all. I said, AZ, come back, come back this way. Let me show you some stuff. Let me show you some different things. And through that, you've got to see, even though you were not here with me, you work
Yeah.
here with me because I think about you. You know what I mean? And I'm like, oh God, Casey would love this. Let me call him really quick and video him and show him this. And you've gotten to see some of the most beautiful things and vice versa. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? There's times where you call me and you're like, hey sis, I want to show you this, and you show me some things and I'm like, gosh, that's beautiful, and
Mm-hmm.
it's a
Like,
different way of life. I would
like,
much rather be doing things like that than sitting on YouTube bitching about every little fucking thing, every little person.
yeah.
There's a real life out there, and I'd much rather be happy, enjoying life, spending time with my man and my children, and
Mm-hmm.
creating memories. And
Well, there was this
um,
one lady that there's one little girl. She was 3 and 4 years old. The people that were taking care, and I showed you the video on this.
yes,
The people that were taking care of her, they found her in the trash can, screaming her head off, and it was because of her screaming was the reason what saved her life.
right,
And now she's dang near pretty close to being independent. She could dress herself, she can feed herself, you know, and plus she's got
it's a
other people
miracle.
that have the same that are same as her that
Yep.
help her get dressed, help her with things, and she's living life and enjoying herself. Now, there is sometimes to where out of the middle of nowhere, she'll just freaking scream and yell out of the middle of nowhere. And it's not her fault. It's
Uh-uh.
just that sometimes the memory of the pain and the suffering that she went through comes back. And that's the reason why she acted out that way.
Oh yeah, no,
You know?
dude. Okay, I totally get that. Okay, I was born and raised in the state of California. Okay, but not only was I born and raised in the state of California, I lived in some pretty rugged places normal people don't even want to step a foot into. Okay,
Yeah.
and because of that, I had to learn to to fight for my life.
Mm-hmm.
I had to be a little bit aggressive. I had to be a hardball. I had to learn how to fight. I had to learn to hold my own ground.
Had to be a little
And then,
feisty.
and right. And, sometimes it's okay to be a little bit feisty. Sometimes you have to be. But you know what? Through all that, and then moving on as an adult and being
Yep.
able to create my own life and do things my way, I've learned
Mm-hmm.
a more peaceful way of living, and
You know, you know what I think
life
is
is so
great
much
that you and
different.
I have gone through the same exact things, same exact stuff in
Yeah.
every way. And that is like great. I have never ever like successfully connected with somebody that's actually gone through the same things I've gone through, that's experienced the same things that actually understands where I'm at, my language.
Yeah, because we were not
Because,
sheltered. We were just
yeah,
thrown into life at a very young age.
yeah, because a lot of people, including my brother, and my other brother, including and even including you know my stepson at times, they don't have the patience to understand me because they're not on the same wavelength. They don't, they don't. In other words, they're like, they think of me as this. We don't have time for tards.
You
We
know
don't have
what though?
time
But
for people like that.
that's something that you have to understand is not everybody is going to be able to think on the same wavelength as you, because some people have lived a very sheltered life. Some people can never get over the things that they've been through in life. There's very many situations, but
Yeah.
there's very few situations like ours where you can overcome that hurdle and turn a negative into a positive.
Yeah,
Hold
but
on a
like
second.
I said, I find it very, very amazing that out of all the people in the world, I finally found someone that I can actually connect up with and that I could actually talk to about anything. And you'd be like, yeah, I completely understand. Really? Yeah, I hear perfectly. I'm like, wow, that's a first. Not even my wife understands all that shit.
I've been through it. I can say that at a young age, I had to. Okay, let me tell you. Okay, let me break it down a little bit.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
My my mom was always kind of absent from, even though she was there, she was absent. And
Mm-hmm.
my dad was really sick. Okay,
Yeah.
and
That's all right. Take your time, honey.
because of that, I had to learn to grow up at a very young age.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. I had
And
to too.
with my mom leaving when I was 11 years old, 3 days before Christmas, I was 11 and my little sister was 7. My two older sisters were already grown doing their own thing in life.
So you had to basically raise your younger siblings.
Yes. And
Oh God.
because of that, I was kind of bitter at life. I felt like I had been um, cheated out of my childhood. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But I got to watch my little sister enjoy her childhood.
Yep.
But you know what? As an adult, I don't let that affect me anymore.
Mm-hmm.
I now do all the things that I wish I could have done or had as a child, and I do that stuff with my kids.
Yep. I did the same thing. I did the
That
same
way
thing
they
with.
can never have something like that from me.
Yep. Yep. I did the
And
same
that's
thing with.
why it really hurt me when certain people started coming at me saying that, not even knowing a freaking thing about my life, started saying, oh, that I left my kids for a man and I had nothing to do with my kids. No, you couldn't be more wrong. Even though I did not live with my children at the time, I still had 50% custody. I have joint custody. I have just as much custody of my children as their father does. Why? Because that's something that I would never take away from him, as to he agrees that's something he would never take away from me, you
Mm-hmm.
know? And
Well,
my
Bob.
kids, and I'm glad that during my off time with not having my kids, don't get me wrong, I talk to them every single day. Every single day, multiple times a day. I never forgot about my children. My children knew who Aaron was. They had talked to him on the phone, they had talked to him through video chat and stuff like that. So finally, when it came time to them meeting him, it
Yep.
wasn't a shock. They
Yeah.
accepted him. They
Yep.
love him to death. They call him their second father. And it was
Oh.
nothing that was ever pressed. Nobody ever told them to do that. It was the way they felt, and they did it on their own. Sometimes in life, you have to do things the right way. You
Yep.
know what I mean? And I needed to scope out Aaron and make sure that that's what I wanted to involve my children in.
Well, it's better than what my
You
wife
know?
did to me. She knocked me in the head and dragged me down to the courthouse and said, "Sign this now." Okay, there you go. Are we done? Yeah. Now get out of here. Okay.
And that's another thing. Me and Aaron live a very peaceful life. My children love it. They love it. Aaron treats them as good as he treats me,
Yeah.
and Aaron treats me very well. And I love it. You know what I mean? And I was scared at first because I had heard so many negative things about him that at first I was a little bit nervous. And that's why I say, I had to take that time to make sure that everything was okay. Then once I knew, and my kid's father totally agreed with everything that was going on. Our relationship did not work out. We're still best friends,
Mm-hmm.
but
Mm-hmm.
just our relationship was toxic. Now with me and Aaron, we don't fight. We don't argue. There's never a bad time between us.
Because it's like you guys click,
It's
like you
meant
and
to
I.
be. It's
You
meant
and
to
I,
be.
you and I, we click together like brother and sister, and we click so well that we've never had a bad time at all.
No, we don't
Since
fight. We don't
even
argue. We don't get mad at each other.
yeah,
You
since we've
know?
known each other online since forever, even offline.
Yeah,
It's like
damn,
we've
4 years
never
now.
had any bad time at all. None.
No, and even when you decided to, run with other people, I
It
accepted
still
that.
wasn't
I
bad. It
just
still wasn't
because
bad.
I didn't like the people that you were talking to, I never held that against you. I
Yeah.
gave you your space at that time.
Yep.
It's and
And
like I said, you you tested me, and I could still list off every little stream that you did because even though I wasn't saying anything, I was still listening because I care. I was just giving you your space at that time because sometimes you have to live it to learn it.
yep. Yep. I agree. I agree. I agree 100%.
Life doesn't come with a book,
Yep.
on
Yep.
how to live your life and what to do and what not to do, and all this shit. You have
Mm-hmm.
life is a learning experience. You're put on earth as a living experience. You have to live to learn and learn to live.
Yep. Well, that's why it's very important that when you have something that you want to do or when you have something that you want to create, well, why not do it? Instead of just procrastinating about it, putting it on the table and then covering it over with papers and praying to God that you'll never see it again. Why not just do it?
Hey,
Because pretty soon,
I'm a little guilty of that sometimes.
well,
when
think
it
about
comes to
this though.
when it comes to paperwork, well,
Yeah,
I'll do it tomorrow, and then a month later, I'm like, shit, I forgot to do that.
yeah, but you know what? What I'm trying to say is that how would you like going to the grave with all those broken dreams, all those broken fantasies, all those things that you wanted to do and never did it,
Right.
and then saying, "Hey," hovering over you, saying, you never made us a reality." How would that make you feel going to the grave, knowing the fact that you never really accomplished what you really truly wanted to accomplish in life, what you really wanted to do in life? You left it, you took it to the grave with you. You buried it all at the gravesite. That's why they say that the richest place in the world is a gravesite, because that's where most people bury their thoughts, their dreams, and their hopes because they never want to take steps.
Right.
Because sometimes, you know, you have to be uncomfortable to live the comfortable life.
Oh yeah.
Sometimes you have to
Like
do the impossible to make it possible.
right. And that's like I'll say yesterday when me, Aaron, and a friend of ours just randomly decided, hey, let's go watch the sunset at the beach. Like I
Yeah.
said, and it killed
Or,
my knee, but I wouldn't change it. I woke up this morning, I was like, oh God, it freaking hurts. And then I have to go do
yeah.
blood work, and I'm like, oh, I don't want to go. But I know that these are things that I have to do. So, of course, I'm going to
Yeah.
get up and do it. But do I
Well,
want to? No. But
look,
you have to
I'm gonna do a popular scenario. Listen to
have
the
to
sounds of the world.
break that cycle.
Ah, crap. What the hell did I step in? It's sick, man. Look at it. Now, what do? Do you stop right there because you stepped in shit? No. Grab a hose, wash it off, and you keep walking.
Yeah.
And that's what it does. Yeah, shit does stink, it does smell, but at the same time, it's easily washed off, and you keep moving forward. So you pick up where you left off. Okay, I left off right here. Keep going. And if you run into a wall, big deal. Take a sledgehammer and you break the fucker down.
Right. My
And
other
you
bottles
just
of
keep
water
going.
right there, baby. I'm one down.
Like say for
Two more
instance,
to go.
and it's strewn with glass. Well, what you do, take a broom, sweep up that glass, you just keep walking.
Yeah.
Where there's a will, there's a way. It doesn't matter what object is in front of you, what obstacle is in front of you. There's always a way to overcome it and
Right,
move forward.
but at the same time, you have to understand that there's people in life that, how do you put it?
That don't know how, that they don't
They
have
don't,
those
not
skills.
even, not, they've never been taught. They don't know, and they'll never learn because they don't listen.
Well, as a baby, they were taught how to
You
walk,
know?
right? As a child, they were taught how to talk, right? Well,
Right, but my
they could
next
be
point
taught.
was, you know, they can't use that as an excuse because there's that saying, you can't teach an old dog new tricks. That's bullshit. You can.
Yeah,
You just
because
have
why?
to have patience
Yep.
and help teach them.
Well, you guys taught me. You and Boss and all the others taught me, mainly you. You took the time and the patience to put in and really, really taught me. And you kind of tamed me down a lot. I mean, I used to be a short tempered, mean spirited little shit. I used to be an asshole.
Because you had
I used,
anger built up and you
yep,
never had anybody to talk like that you could trust to talk about certain things like
and
that
to
and
vent
that
it
would
out. Yep,
listen to you and could relate to you. See, it's
yep.
different when you have somebody that will listen, respond, and understand.
Mm-hmm. Have you ever seen, the zoos where those caged animals are like pacing back and forth because they got no room to walk,
They
and they're
want out.
pacing back and forth?
Yeah.
Well, that's the way I felt. I felt getting pacing back and forth, looking at the world, just getting pissed off and more anger. And I try and roar and scratch, and it doesn't matter because all I'm doing is hurting myself. Because at the end of the day, I'm sitting here licking my paws. I'm sitting here, you know, fucking nursing my head because at the end of the day, the people, all they're doing is just walking by. They're not doing nothing.
Right.
I'm still in the cage. I'm still trying to get at them, and that will never happen. It ain't never going to happen.
You know,
Ain't never going to happen. And
it's
so
funny that
finally, I just decided, you know what? I'm going to sit in my cage and I'm going to accept the situation what it is.
Yeah.
And guess what? My cage was open. I had a brand new enclosure. And now I'm living the happy life.
Right.
I'm living the
And
best life that there is. And yeah, I see people, hovering around my enclosure, staring, pointing at me and doing all that. But I
right.
don't really care because, hey, at least I got a chair to sit on. At
Right.
least I've got, water to drink. I've got food to eat. I've got pleasurable company. I don't need nothing else. As long as I've got food, water, and someone to talk to, I'm perfectly content.
Right.
Because
You
I
know,
got the basics. I don't need like these fucking people, I'm feeling like shit. Come on, let's go buy a new car. I feel like shit. Come on, let's go buy, no. that I'm not a
That's buying a
materialist.
new car and having glitzies and goldies and thinking you have the world at your fingertips. It's not always
Yeah. And
what
I'm
you
not,
think it is.
I've never ever been a materialistic type
Because
person.
even though you have this, but wait, even though there are people who have all these material things, they're still shitty people because they have no respect.
Yeah, because just like my dad said before he died, money doesn't bring happiness.
Exactly. Sometimes it makes things worse. The more money, I always say, the saying, more money, more problems. You know
Yep.
what I mean? And
With
by any means, I am not a broke person, but I'm also not a billionaire. Okay.
yep. I swear to God, if I ever had like more money than I knew what to do with, honest to God, I wouldn't know what to do. I'd probably be just giving it away to somebody. I'd probably say, "Here, have some."
But my
Why is
point
that?
was,
Because
is
I got more than I know than I need. I got more than I need, and I don't need it. I don't.
right. And
That's
that's
why
exactly what I'm saying is that, you know, um,
Yeah,
being kind of in the middle, you get what I'm saying? Like, you're not
yeah,
poor, you have what you need, and you're not rich. You can't
yeah,
go buy a fucking $10 billion mansion with Ferraris and Lamborghinis, but your life is still good because you're always making the best of what you have.
yeah. Exactly.
You
Like for
let what
instance,
you
like
have in life make you happy.
yeah, if I'm like eating lunch somewhere or something like that, and if I get full or whatever, and I just go up to a random person. I say, "Hey, you want these? Because we're not going to eat them. You can have them if you want them. Because I, I only get what I need, and that's it.
Right.
I don't. I'm not a selfish person. I can't
Oh
be a
no.
selfish person.
There's
You know,
a
like if like if I'm
simple
online,
uh
if I'm. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off.
oh no, I was just gonna say something similar. Like, okay, we have a neighbor, and I guess she goes to the food banks and stuff like that, but she always thinks of us, right? And she
Yeah,
knows that we have 3 kids, and with everything going on with the pandemic and stuff like that, times are hard, and people kind of, we share with each other around here,
yeah,
and some things that she gives I'll never use. You know what I mean? So you know what I do? I bag it up, and a little bit down the ways there's a bunch of homeless people that live there. And you know what I do? I just drop the bag off with all of them, and I figure, hey, use what you need, and if you can't use it or if you don't need it, pass it on to the next. Let it
yep.
somebody will use it. Never be wasteful, you
Mm-hmm.
know, because
Exactly.
somebody could always use a helping hand.
Yep. That's
And that
true.
goes for many things in life. Just like me and Aaron recently, we went to this park, and inside are the Japanese botanical gardens. And
Oh, I
um,
bet you that was neat.
oh, it was beautiful. And let me tell you, I remember as the last time I had went there, you were able to feed the koi fish that were in the pond,
Mm-hmm.
but they took that away. And my instant reaction was, well, geez, how are they eating now? Because that's kind of, you put in a quarter and you got a little tiny handful of food and you fed it to the koi fish. They'd come up, while you were on the bridge and you could watch them eat and stuff. But that's not there anymore. So what what are they eating? So we stood there for a minute and we observed and we were watching. And inside were these little teeny tiny fish. And you could see the bigger fish eating the little fish. And then the other little fish were eating the algae off of the bottom of the water. And it was like you could tell how they were all just kind of like,
Like an ecosystem.
yeah, exactly. And
Mm-hmm.
it was so interesting to pay attention to. And that's another big thing is some people don't stop to analyze the little things in life and be thankful and grateful and observe the smaller things like that.
Yep.
And that's
And
what's really important is to observe things like that because that's how you learn.
Learn by observation. I learned a lot of things.
Exactly.
Like yesterday, I was watching a documentary on how people are basically trying to kill off all the predators and all the natural, you know, beneficial insects and all that because they want to make room for their, supposed civilization, whatever. Well,
Right.
here's what it was in one area. Okay, there was a specific area where it had a lot of leafcutter ants, right?
Yeah.
Well, the natural predator for leafcutter ants is army ants because they
Hmm.
prey on the leafcutter ants and they keep the population down.
Right.
Well, people decided to get involved and stick their fingers in where they don't belong.
And
And
use
so they,
pesticides.
yep, and they eliminated the army ant completely. They eliminated completely. Well, since the leafcutter ant had no natural predators now, so the leafcutter ant went rapid and it went from a thriving forest to nothing but dust and barren desert because
Yeah.
the leafcutter ant basically, just kept chewing the leaves, chewing the leaves, chewing the leaves, chewing the leaves until finally the tree got tired of producing the leaves and it just died like that.
Right. And the same for other things like okay, if you were to put on one side spiders, ants, birds, tigers, kangaroos, ostriches, goats, chickens, rabbits, okay, and you put them all on one side, right? And on the other
Yep.
side is absolutely nothing, no animals at all. You're going to
Yep.
notice that the side with no animals at all, it's going to all die off. But
Yep.
the side with all the animals and the bugs and stuff like that, it's going to flourish because
It
it's
has a
got the
balanced
things that it
ecosystem.
needs to keep the vegetation and everything going. And that's
Yes,
why,
ma'am.
even if you see a spider in your house, don't kill it, unless it's unless it's a harmful poisonous spider, then by all means, you know what I mean? That's
Yeah,
something different. But
even if
even
it's a harmful
still,
poisonous spider, I
but
don't
that's
care.
what I'm saying. Even if it is, go get a jar or something, get it in there, put the lid on the jar, go bring it outside, put the lid off, and let the spider go outside
Yep, that's what I do
back into
every
its
single
natural
time.
habitat.
Yep. Because I love and respect spiders, scorpions, snakes, and all that because they're a delicate and vital part of
And
our ecosystem because they
yes,
keep, you got to think of it this way. Do you like growing vegetables? Do you like having vegetables? Do you like, especially vegetables and fruits and things that are pesticide free? Well, that's where the spiders come in. That's where the snakes come in. That's where the scorpions come in because they eat all those pests, insects, and pests, period. And they
mhm,
keep them in check and they keep them down so that you don't have to spray the crops with
yeah,
harmful pesticides or herbicides or whatever.
mhm, you know,
Because every one of those little creatures are beneficial to the delicate ecosystem.
right. There's a guy out here, and he has a farm, not a
Uh-huh.
farm with animals and stuff like that. A farm of where he grows like pumpkins during that season. He grows vegetables and stuff like that. And what he did instead of spending all this money on pesticides, he hired people to go out in the fields, right? And
Yes.
pick the bugs off of the pumpkins by hand, and just either they put them in a jar and they move them to another area, or they just kind of flick them off the vegetables and stuff like that, and let them go about their business somewhere else. Do you
Yeah.
know that he has some of the most? I take my kids all the time to go get pumpkins from there. We go do the corn mazes in there, and they learn about Indian corn and stuff like that. Like, he takes you through a tractor ride through the pumpkin patch and where all of his vegetables are and stuff like that. And he teaches you about these things and how he does all these things by hand. And after, he lets you try the vegetables, he lets you try the fruits. And then you go and you get to pick a pumpkin, and the pumpkins, I'm telling you, one year we had gotten a pumpkin. That thing lasted like 2 years because it had never been sprayed with pesticides. So it was able to survive on its own without even being on the plant.
Yep. Yep.
And people don't understand that, you know?
Yeah. Most definitely. Most
But,
definitely.
and
You
then
see,
you have like, I was reading a thing the other day, right?
yes.
And they were saying how, it's becoming more common for it's not even younger boys, but for older men, um, to start growing a little bit of boobs. You know why?
Growth
Because of
hormones.
the hormones that they give the cows to produce more milk, to get bigger, to make more meat, um, and stuff like that. And sometimes it screws women up too, because it throws off our own created pH balance and metabolism and stuff like that, because you're giving yourself all these hormones.
Did you hear that, by the way?
What?
Like a really bad rumble, and it shook the whole house.
Uh-oh.
That's a
Earthquake or thunder?
thunderstorm.
Oh, thunder.
Yep. Well, it's raining right now, but we have a T storm right up above us.
Nice.
So that's that. Well, that kind of scared. You know what that. When I hear that, you know what I think what it is.
Mm.
Angels bowling.
That's cute.
And then when
Yeah.
the lightning flashes, that I'm thinking, oh, that's just them taking pictures.
Oh, my dad used to say that when it was raining and angels crying.
Yeah, yeah. Or it's somebody pissing on you, or somebody leaving the
Oh
faucet
no,
on,
no, 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 no. Let's go with angels
or
crying.
someone spitting on you.
I don't want no.
No, no. What I really thought was when it started raining, I thought, oh, God left the faucet on again, or he's taking a shower, and all
Oh,
that extra water is just falling down.
yep.
Oh man, but that's funny though. That is
But
funny.
like you're saying, I just wanted to come up here and put a little bit in, because I totally felt what you're saying about all this stuff, and
You
I
know
hold
what?
a
I'm
lot of
glad
what
you
you're
did,
saying very
because
close to me.
I I love it when you come up here. I love it when you do this with me, because this is what makes it better. Is that when I get an honest opinion, and it's great. It is
Right,
great. I
and
love
the
this.
different points of views, because I mean, yeah, we may think alike, but everybody's got their own views and opinions and something to say about it. You know what I mean? And if you talk about it instead of arguing about it or screaming about it or yelling about it, when you talk about it, people want to listen.
Yep.
See, my dad my dad taught me a valuable lesson in life. when you're yelling and screaming and stuff like that, people don't want to hear it. It goes in one ear and right out the other.
Oh yeah, because
But
everybody gets
hold on, listen. But when you whisper and you talk, they listen
just like
because they
remember that
want to hear
movie?
what you're saying.
Remember that movie on Pirates of the Caribbean? And when one guy yells and screams, "Calypso, I relieve you of your bonds." Oh, nobody heard it. But then when the guy came up and whispered it in her ear, "Calypso, I release you of your bonds." Then she started growing up. Then she started being released
Yep. Yes,
because
sir.
it was just the right tone and just the right voice to where people say, "Oh," you know what I mean?
Yeah, they get done when you talk in a normal voice, then people are like, "Oh, well, I want to
Mm-hmm.
listen to this because there's two different points of views here, but they
Yeah.
agree with each other, and they're not
Mm-hmm.
yelling and screaming and arguing. Well, your view is wrong and my view is right. No, my view is right and your view is wrong. No, it's two people just civilly talking and creating conversation and talking about worldly things and stuff like it's very very interesting, this thing that I watched about that too, about the difference between yelling and the way that you talk and present yourself and how to get people to listen to what you're saying. And you
It's
know
all about tone.
tone and presentation.
Yes. Same with the colors inside your home. Like if you're going to paint your home, it is all about tone and presentation. That's with
Exactly.
everything. That's with every single thing that you ever do. It's about tone and presentation. Tone and presentation. Because
Agree.
I noticed that like when I first started, I'm all yelling, screaming, with fire and this and that. But now that we're talking about it, now it's kind of calming me down. You kind of help me kind of tone it down a little bit to where it's like right smack dab in the middle where it should be. You know what I mean?
Right, right.
I think
and
it's
that
awesome. I think it's so
and that's
awesome.
what's awesome is when you can get two people to talk.
Yeah, it's like
and
it's like you
and
and I pulling each other down, and we kind of feed off of one another, and we're like, yeah, we go here, we go there, and we just kind of just balance each other out. It's like one being. It's like we're just balancing the whole thing out as we go. It's kind of cool.
yeah, and I hope people start paying a little bit more attention to your channel because like putting all the other crap aside now and just kind of being more peaceful and doing our own things and stuff like that. Like you, me, and Aaron have been able to put our heads together, and we have some really fun stuff coming up on your channel.
Yes,
You
ma'am.
know,
Yes,
some
ma'am. Oh,
very,
I've got a very
very,
fun thing that I'm going to be doing here pretty soon. I just got to.
oh, yes. And same for me and Aaron, like we have some fun things that, we're going to start putting up on our channel too. You
Yep.
know,
Yep.
um, I will say things are going to start heating up a little bit, but not in a negative way, in a funny way, like
Yeah, they're going to
doing,
be heating up all right. I got the butt cream. Oh God, it's going to hurt.
oh God, I'm telling you, and that's what people should be doing, in their friend circles instead of creating all this drama and hell and havoc and shit that's been going around for years and years and years.
Shit, you want drama, hell, and
Shut
havoc? Okay, I'll send you some. Oh, wait a minute, I
up.
already did.
Yep. And hey, your payback is coming, sir.
Oh God.
Your payback is coming, sir.
Oh
So
shit.
we've got I guess we can give them a little sneak peek, but we've got some challenges that we've put together, quite a few of them, and they're going to be fun.
And they're
It is going to
burners.
be interesting to watch.
Fucking
So
God.
I hope you guys, whether you like AZ or not, whether you like me or not, you don't have to say anything in the chat. Just watch. We got some funny stuff, some interesting stuff coming up, and it's going to be great.
To all my haters, if you want to see me suffer, you might want to tune into that one.
Oh, one. Oh man, it's turned into what? 1, 2,
Oh, it's going to be the cat of
3,
nine tails.
4,
Oh, my God.
5. I can count at least 5, 6, 7 things that we have
Oh,
that
my
are
fucking
just.
God.
Oh man, yeah. Like I said, if you don't like me either, to watch me suffer in a few days. Oh boy.
Yeah. And I've also
And
got
it's
that another one, but for this one, we might have to bring the chuck it bucket for that one just in case.
right.
Because it's gonna be nasty. It's gonna be a bad one, and
Oh my.
I think you know which one because I've shown you the
Yeah.
photo, and it was about the same time I bought those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the ones that I got, I was actually last night I was having a hard time sleeping, so I was looking up reviews on some of the things that I bought that I'm sending to you.
Oh my
And
God.
I'm telling you, woo.
Oh my
Okay,
God.
so Aaron had got the chamoy gummy bears, and at
Yeah.
first I was like, "Oh, a chamoy gummy bear, right?" I
Oh,
didn't
Jesus.
realize them little things got a kick to them. So I'm pretty sure the other things that I got are gonna, and the things that you got. Oh my god, we just all together, and it's cool when people can come together like that. And I know
Yeah.
that I've been doxxed anyways. Like whatever, it was no problem. Here, like I trust you. Here's my
Yeah.
address, and I have yours, and it's cool because we can send each other stuff and make up these little
Yep.
challenges and things, and it's making things so fun. I cannot wait to I
And
can wait.
also, we need
I
to.
can't wait, but I can't wait to start doing these because it's just gonna be interesting.
Yeah, we need to
Very
do
interesting.
I would say, let's see, a beginning shred and an after shred, if you know what I
Oh
mean.
yeah. I have a feeling that because we're starting with the lower things first,
Yeah.
and it's gonna start building up and 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 till the end where it's just gonna explode. Oh my gosh, this is gonna be intense.
It's going to be bad. It's going to be hairy. I know it's going to be a hairy one. Oh my God, dude. Oh, Jesus Christ. I just hope my lap doesn't crush when the fat lady sits on me. Oh my God. I hope I can at least say, can you move up a little bit? Why? Because you're sitting on my pancreas.
Help, please, help.
Oh, what do you need, honey?
Milk, please, milk.
Oh my God. I just hope when this fat lady sits in my lap, I hope I can stand it. Oh my God. Because she's going to be a big one. She's going to be a big one, trust me. Them ass
Right.
cheeks are going to try and swallow my ass up big time. I'm like, oh crap, here we go.
You know what I
5,000
realized?
pounder, here we go.
I should have got a third bag of peanuts. That way, you had one, I had one, and Izzy had one.
Shit, like I said, man. And I'm going to just say right off the bat,
I
if
want to down the whole thing.
anybody recommends a challenge that we do, please let us know either in the chat or in the comment section because that would help. It would really help a lot. That way we can kind of maybe kick it around, and if we don't suggest that we do something stupid. I mean, come on, man. But
We're
something
not
that
eating Tide Pods. Don't ask.
yeah, it's something within the realms of like less than crazy. Not a long walk off a short pier, even though I've already done it. It's not fun, but I could do it jackass style. Yeah, yeah. Hook. What I do is I sit on a couch, and I have my myself tied, like wrist my waist tied to
Yeah.
tied on me, and the other end to the
Yeah.
back bumper of a car, and you guys take off and yank me right out of the couch.
Right. And I think that also, like, anybody who's watching, whether the way you feel about us or not, all that is put away. All that is put aside. This is time when things are going to become fun. So if you
Yep.
have a suggestion for like a challenge or something, and it's not something
Within the
that, hold
realms of
on,
reason.
that's not, yes,
It's not going to
it's
do
not going to
damage
offend
like big
anybody.
time.
It's not going to offend anybody. It's not going to kill us or anything like that. If you have a suggestion on doing something, please let us know, because we're looking for more challenges, and
Yes, ma'am.
it's going to be
We're
great.
always.
And you and I need to get together, and I think that we should actually start kicking it off. Um,
Mm-hmm.
Let me see. Maybe this weekend we can do it. Maybe Saturday if you're not busy.
Sounds good. Sounds
Okay.
good to me, man. See, Saturdays would be perfect because that way you're almost guaranteed to get the most people in the chat. During the
Right.
week, usually people are like, busy. We could
Yeah.
we can do it tomorrow. Tomorrow's Saturday. Today's Friday.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Saturday we can do it. We
There
can
we
start
go.
tomorrow. So if
Okay.
you want to go ahead and release this one today,
Yeah, I
and
will. You want me to release it as is, or you want me to edit it and put like
no,
music or something on it?
no, let it go as it is. I think it
All right.
went very well.
I think it
Um,
did too.
and it kind of lets people know, hey, look out for tomorrow. You know,
Yep.
things are going to start heating up on this channel.
Yeah, because it's unlisted. It's unlisted right now, but I'm gonna put it
Right.
as public, and then that
Well,
way.
you could even do a premiere on it. You know what I mean?
Oh,
And
okay.
we could watch the chat and see if anybody's got anything to say about
All right.
anything that we talked
So
about, or
yeah,
if they have a suggested challenge and they want to let us know.
yeah. So here's how I'm gonna do as a premiere. I need to down. I'm gonna whenever we're done, we're gonna end it, and then I'm gonna download it. Then I'm gonna re-upload it, and then
Right.
I'll put it as a premiere, and then bam, we'll be in.
There we go. Yeah, and that gives us time to be able
Oh,
to.
I'm excited! I'm excited! I'm excited and scared at the
Me
same time
too.
because I'm wondering. Now,
Yeah,
I hope
my
they
heart's
don't
pumping.
suggest that I put icy hot on my balls because
Oh
I
God,
might
no,
not
none of
do
that
that.
kind of stuff. I'm not talking
No,
about
because I've
challenges
seen
like
Ellie
that.
Beast do that, and no, I'm not going to eat a cactus either. No, I'm not going to
That's
do
what I'm
that.
saying. Nothing that's gonna like be
Like,
harmful
seriously
or
injure or hurt us, please.
yes.
Not
As
eating
they
a
see,
deer's penis or fucking pork brains or nothing. No, I'm not doing that shit.
no, they'll see what we're, once
Just,
we start our challenges and they see where our line of things are, I'm
yeah,
pretty sure they'll get a feel for it, and then they can recommend, because I could think of a million things right now, but I want
yeah,
to see
just,
what people who are watching have to say and what they
yeah,
want to see, and what, draw people in and let them, enjoy the fun too with us.
yeah, just, please, public, please be gentle. We're only first timers. Please be gentle. Have mercy.
Like I said,
I'm
whether
saying
you
it
like us,
gently.
whether you like us or not, you can either sit back and watch, or we won't block you.
Even the
If you have
trolls,
something
even,
to say, to recommend a challenge,
yeah,
uh, we'd be glad to hear.
yeah,
Please do, by all means.
yeah, even the trolls, I know you guys are gonna, oh God. Well, now that I opened Pandora's box, I figured, what the fuck? I'll just go ahead, do it.
Hit me with your best shot.
Yeah, just do it. Trolls and regular people, it doesn't matter. Just whatever suggestion you got,
Hold on 1 second. I gotta mute for a second because I just had an idea.
Oh shit! But like I said, guys, please be gentle. So anyway, but yeah, guys, we've got a lot of things going, a lot of things planned.
Oh boy.
It's all,
Me and
it's all.
Aaron just bumped heads on this one. We got another thing I think I'm going to be sending you.
Oh my god! Oh, I'm gonna be in trouble. I'm gonna be in trouble
Look
big
what
time.
you sent me, and look what I'm
No,
saying.
that's
I'm not
that's what
done
I
yet.
get for sending you that.
I'm not done yet with this stuff. Oh no.
Oh god,
After
you're
what
gonna be like, next time
after
maybe
what
you won't
you
send me
sent
this
me,
shit, will you?
you are in big trouble, sir.
Oh damn it! Well, I might as well write my last will and testament right now. Oh shit!
Oh yeah, because that's a good one I just thought about.
Oh great! Is it something like really really gross or really really spicy? I hope.
I don't know. You'll have to find out.
Oh my god! I hope it's not Sistromi. Please, God, don't let it be
No, no,
Sistromi.
no, no. That's one I can't do it.
I will fucking puke. I swear to God, I'll puke right off the get go.
There is
Oh
two
my
things
God,
I
no
will say
way.
that I am not doing, and I just cannot. It's the strumming and what
No
is that stuff
fucking
called,
way.
baby? The stuff that you tried,
No
the
dog
one thing that
food and
you
no cat food or bullshit like
ate,
that. Nah, I ain't doing that.
durian. Oh
Oh, that can't be that bad.
no, Aaron tried it, and I'm telling you, just from the smell of it, I couldn't even. I had to go outside. The whole house smelled like durian, and I couldn't do. That is one thing I cannot do. It
Yeah,
fucked my stomach so bad, just the smell.
yeah. Once again, if I was to do something like that, then I would have to 100% do it outside. And oh my fucking God, I guarantee you the neighbors would be like, "What the fuck is that smell?" And I'm like, "Yeah, maybe you
Aaron
don't
did it
want
like a champ. Actually, it's on his channel.
it." Are you serious?
Yeah, him eating durian.
And I'll have to check that out. Holy fucking Christ! Oh man, we opened up Pandora's box now. You're
Yeah,
gonna be like,
all you hear me
"Sorry,
say,
AZ, no mercy for you. You're gonna
look,
get it."
he's eating the freaking durian, right? And all you hear me say in the back is, I can't record this anymore. I gotta go. I'm sorry. I can't.
Oh my
And then I'm
God!
there. I'm so serious. And then I couldn't kiss him. He brushed his teeth and mouthwashed and everything after. And every time he would burp, oh my God, I could smell it. And I'm like,
Oh Jesus!
oh, I can't.
That takes the word garbage breath to a whole new level.
Oh,
Oh Jesus Christ!
and it was fresh durian, like real fresh
Okay, now I'm
durian.
getting. You know how Pac-Man, how when you get Pac-Man and the ghost turns white, when
Mm.
they get. That's about what I'm getting. I'm going, oh shit, what's gonna happen next? Where can I hide?
I got some, and
Oh
you know
God.
what? You know what I think that we should do, AZ, maybe?
Yeah, what's up?
Is, I'd have to figure out how to do it, but start up maybe a PO box
Uh huh. Yeah.
And if people have a challenge, that they want us to do, they or even maybe like an Amazon wish list.
Yeah.
We can throw some things up on there, some challenges that we've looked at or whatever, and they can
That would
buy it
work.
off the Amazon wish list, and
Yep.
that way it will come to us, but not put our address out there.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm trying to think of a way to. I'm trying to think of a way to do it where you know people can anonymously throw out a challenge to us.
Yeah. I just don't want them sending us like pubes or some bullshit.
Right. No, and that's why I'm saying maybe like an Amazon wish list.
Yeah.
And we have each other's address. So like, if it goes to you, you can send it to us. If it gets sent to us, we can
Yeah.
send it to you.
Yeah. Yeah. That'll work.
So
That'll
maybe
work.
that's something that we can talk about, privately and see maybe. And I'm not saying for sure. I'm saying maybe because a lot of these challenges we've bought ourselves. We've
Yep.
used our own money. Nobody's donated anything. We haven't taken any money from anybody. We haven't taken any money from each other. It's simply just challenging each other to little things.
Yeah. Yeah. Hell yeah.
Something to have fun with. Something
Hell yeah,
interesting to watch.
man. This is gonna get big. This is gonna be big. I'm excited. I am excited.
Mhm. So tomorrow,
Everything is just fantastic.
what? Okay, okay. Question.
You.
What? Just so people know, once this goes public, what time tomorrow?
Mm, I'll probably put out a video when it's gonna be starting. I'll put out a video I'll put it out on my community page when it
Okay,
starts, and that way we could grab it and then share it out
right.
on
Because
Twitter.
I'm thinking maybe,
Because my time is
probably
different from everybody else's. So
right. The other thing, so 6, 7, 8, 9. Well, I'm wondering like 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm trying to think of the different time zones, and
yeah,
um, maybe like 4 o'clock.
that might be good. Yeah, because I ain't got nothing going on there. I don't think.
Yeah, but that way, people, it's a good time. People have done dinner already. 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, because that's 7 o'clock on the East Coast, 4 o'clock on the West Coast,
Yeah,
and
4 o'clock would be
6
fine.
o'clock Southern.
Anytime, anytime we're gonna do challenges from now on, it's gonna be at exactly 4 o'clock
Perfect.
on Saturdays at 4. Yeah,
Yeah, and we'll
every
say
time we
four
do it,
o'clock Pacific time because
yeah,
that's your time.
and I will definitely put out a video and letting everybody know about it, and I'll share it out on my community page, and I'll also send you a link so that we can share it out on Twitter as well and everywhere else so that they know what's going to be happening.
I'm doing a hell of a challenge myself. I have to go get blood work done. And she was like, well, you need to drink exactly 3 cups of water. So I'm 2 whole bottles down and I'm working on the third one all back to back.
Damn.
Yep.
Well, you drink that bottled water stuff. That upsets my stomach, man. I can't. I can drink
Now,
a.
I'm really picky about the bottled water again.
Are you serious?
Yep.
Yeah, because I could drink like a full 2 gallon of that. Well, you've seen me, a gallon of tap water easily in like
See,
less than an hour, especially when
I,
it's hot.
I can't do tap water. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's like maybe the stuff like they use during the cleaning process or whatever, the water.
It could be the fluoride or the chlorine. That's what it is.
Yeah, it really upsets my stomach. And just like purified water is kind of the same for me. I love spring water, like real spring water.
Yeah.
I remember back in the day when I lived in Maine and there was a natural spring maybe like 5 minutes away from us. And we used to go to the natural spring and get fresh, really fresh, big, huge, you put it on the cooler and then you have the
Uh-huh.
little button that you use to dispense the water,
Yeah.
like a water cooler. Yeah, so we used to put the spring water on the water cooler and
Yeah.
you get nice and the spring water even comes out so cold that it creates a condensation so you know it's real fresh spring water.
Like
And we
like the glaciers up in Alaska when it comes
yeah,
running straight off the glacier. Oh
right.
my
Well,
god.
in Maine there's a lot of natural snow melt and stuff like that, so you get that
Mm.
real natural
Now,
spring water.
now
And
that's some high quality H2O.
let me tell you, okay, I'm drinking tap water. I'm drinking all different kinds of bottled water, even Voss in a glass bottle, like that. Nothing beats fresh spring water right from the spring. It's got such a natural taste to it. Like, I don't know, when I drink bottled water, I can kind of taste a little bit of like plasticky taste. But when I drink tap water, all I taste is fluoride and chlorine. But with spring water, like real spring water, there's just the taste of, I don't know how to explain it, just the taste of water. And it
Yep. Yep.
feels so good.
I'll bet
You
you it tastes
really
like.
feel hydrated from it.
Ooh, I miss that type of water.
Yeah, in Tennessee, there's some too, where you can go get spring water right from the spring. And me and Aaron went, and
Oh
gosh, you
man,
can
I'll bet
see
you
like,
it's
yeah,
like
oh
a
yeah,
fountain
no,
of
you could
youth.
see like the waterfalls and stuff that feed into the spring. It was just,
Ooh,
Lord
that
have
sounds.
mercy, it was just some of the most, oh,
That sounds good. Oh my god.
hmm
You are lucky. Damn it, you're lucky.
I mean,
You were
it's out
lucky.
there. It's out, I mean, a lot of places have, a natural spring somewhere. You just gotta open your eyes, look for it, and take the time to go there and get it. Hey, it may
The
be
only
4 hours away, but it
with me
is
where I
so
live,
worth.
the most natural spring that ever came from was uh was maybe from the water hose if you're lucky.
Hey,
And that was
you know,
sifting it through my shirt.
oh man. All right, Mr. Az. I am
Yeah.
down to my last bottle of water. I need to go do my blood tests
Okay.
and stuff like that. But I will let you finish this up.
All righty.
Like, and to everybody out there, like I said, 4 o'clock Pacific time,
Yeah,
we'll start our first challenge. So please
definitely.
keep a lookout for that.
Tomorrow
Yes,
tomorrow at 4. Yep.
yes,
That's a
yes,
date.
yes.
I'll
I
make
will
it.
talk to you later. Everybody
Hmm.
out there, love, peace, chicken grease, and everybody take care. And I'll see you all tomorrow.
All right. Take care, sis. See you in 5.
All right. Love you, brother. Talk to you in
Love,
5.
love you too.
All right.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Well, that was it. And hopefully you guys got something good out of this. And just remember, stay smiling, stay peaceful, and keep an eye out, ladies and gentlemen. Until next time, much love to everybody. Peace.